coming up in this read. And that's the thing, Gemini, you didn't do anything. You didn't do anything wrong, not from what I can see. What they were running from was themselves. And that usually is the way that it goes in twin flame situations. Gemini, let's do your love reading for January 2023. If love isn't your thing, then you can always check out your lifestyle reading that I released at the start of the month. Please do read my description box below and my pinned comment for information that you might need about me, the decks that I'm using, my upload schedule, and the private reading information as well. To reveal the description box, if you're on mobile, then you just click below where it says more. And do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so you only take what resonates for you, especially if you're cross-watching. So you can flip it, reverse it, take it, or leave it. And finally, if you don't want to miss a video, then subscribe and stay notified. Okay, so Gemini, while I'm pulling your cards, it's worth mentioning that we've got Venus in Aquarius, okay? Which means that experimental relationships are going to be very intriguing right now. And many people are going to be looking outside of their usual type for romance, okay? And friendships as well. Venus in Aquarius beckons you to love everything that is unconventional, right? And this is the perfect time to develop more of a friendly approach in spousal relationships to increase intimacy, that sort of thing. Now, specifically for Gemini and Gemini rising people, I do apologize. I'm getting all tongue-tied. For you, Gemini and Gemini rising, Venus in Aquarius is going to be freeing you from any feelings that prevent you from being yourself, and freeing you from emotional constraints that undermine your morale, okay? This is going to be the opportune time for you to turn your focus towards the things that you love that will support your future. Now, also, Gemini, in your pre-shuffle, I was getting the word obnoxious that was coming through. And I don't think someone else is referring to you as being the obnoxious one, Gemini. I feel that there is a specific individual around you who is just literally going to be rubbing you up the wrong way, and they're going to be coming across as being very obnoxious. So you're being advised to quietly retreat from that individual rather than arguing with them and exacerbating the problem, okay? Like somebody is for certain going to be very argumentative with you and just being really loud and rude and very, very obnoxious. Again, that's a message just for some of you, not for all of you, okay? Right, so for your cards, you've got intense, trust, and yin yang. Now, this one has come out for Aries, and it came out for Taurus, and it's coming out for you as well now, Gemini. So there is a running theme for everybody in love and romance this month, Gemini, and it's this yin-yang energy. It says, like the yin-yang symbol, twin flames contain an aspect of each other's character within themselves. And interestingly enough, I'm trying to pick up the deck and you've got true love underneath there as well. So very intense connections is going to be the theme for a lot of people throughout this month. And if you haven't already met your twin flame counterpart, then it's indicating that a lot of people will be. And for those of you who already know who their twin flame counterpart is, then the energy in that particular connection is shifting, okay? I don't know how it's shifting, but it's definitely shifting. How it shifts is going to be different for everybody, right? So for those in twin flame situations, the energies remained really stagnant for a while, to be honest with you. There hasn't been much movement, at least not in the physical, for quite a while, because it's all taken place either behind closed doors or it's taken place within a person. So like changes in the way that they think, changes in the way that they feel, and it's been more to do with like a personal growth, and that's where the energy has been moving. But throughout the month of January, the energy is definitely moving in the physical. Okay. So that's for those who are already fully aware of who their twin flame counterpart is, right? Intense, trust, and yin yang. Now, and this is the thing, I mean, it tells you there, the intensity of a true soul connection includes great highs and great lows. Yep. And you need to have trust in a relationship in order for it to flourish. Now, that's just that. Be careful with this one, Gemini, because it's not just trust in another person. It's trust in the self as well. If, say, for example, you've come from situations that have basically just shattered you into what feels like 1,000 pieces, because you've had your trust betrayed, it's not always about the trust that you have in another person. Whenever you're betrayed, it's you have to go through that like grieving process for yourself as well, because you're the one that trusted them and you trusted the wrong person. So you kind of have to reconcile with yourself that the wrong person was trusted. You know, it's like how could they have tricked me like that? How did I not see this, that, and the next? Do you know what I mean? So it's trust within the self that is needing to be built or rebuilt, and then you can put your trust in another person. It's very, very backwards to put your trust in another person before you trust in your own ability to make healthy choices in love, right? Because then basically you're just setting up the other person for failure. All right. Interesting energies, and then you've got synchronicity underneath that one. A divine soul counterpart relationship is blessed with amazing moments of synchronicity. Yeah, synchronicities can come in through any number of ways. It can come in through music, numbers, dreams. It can also come in through your own intuition as well. It's like you randomly think of something. The classic one for me specifically is music. Like I will suddenly get a song that pops in my head that I haven't heard in many, many, many years, and it's going to be just a couple of the lyrics of the song that'll pop in my head, and I'll be like, why the fuck, you know, what's that all about? And then a couple of hours later or a day later, something will happen, and it was in line with that song lyric that randomly popped in my head. Okay, so keep an open mind, because you could be receiving synchronicity via that way also. Okay, so it's not always just going to be like numbers, repeating numbers. It can be other ways as well, right? I'm going to start pulling the tarot and see how this energy is changing. Because as I say, for a lot of my collective specifically, there's twin flame energy here that is shifting. And I'm intrigued to see how. So hopefully it's going to come out in this tarot. Right, so Gemini, we are going to look at your person's, what it is that they're thinking, how they're feeling, what is it that they're hiding, and any potential actions that they're going to take towards you as well. Okay. Right. Can you focus on Gemini's personal interest, please, in love? What are they thinking, feeling, hiding, and what actions will they take? Thank you. Okay. So, Headspace, first card out is the Moon. The Moon. That does indicate limited communication, right? It can be fears, it can be secrets, it can be illusions, it can be somebody imagining the worst case scenario. You have the Three of Coins, the King of Cups, the Seven of Swords, and the Three of Wands. So immediately I am going to need to clarify the intent behind that Seven of Swords, right? It could well be indicating, because it has come out with the King of Cups, which is about emotionally stability and emotional maturity. You see, with these two, that can be somebody lying to themselves about how they feel towards another person, right? And it's in their headspace as well. So your person is fully cognizant of the fact that they were denying their own feelings. And for whatever reason, they were scared. And it's next to the Three of Coins. You could have met this person at work, or you could have been working on a project with them. Let me see. Can we clarify that Seven of Swords, please, in Gemini's person's headspace? And you got the Three of Wands as well. That's like, see, in someone's headspace with the Three of Wands, that's somebody trying to problem solve. They're trying to think of a solution. It's like they've kind of got an idea about where it is that they stand, and now they're ready to take that physical action. It could well be to send you that message, to send you that communication, to take action towards you. With it being Wands energy, it usually is some kind of action. Wands is like drive, initiative, passion, ambition, spirit, energy, creation. It can be very dramatic. I'm getting expansion with this one as well. Wands energy is very expansive. So your person's there in their head, and they're like, right, okay, I've got this problem. We've been quiet for a while. There's not been any or very little communication. I'm no longer going to run from how I'm feeling. I know in my head I need to stop running, and I need to stop pushing away my feelings. What am I going to do about it? Because there hasn't been much contact. What can I do about it? Can you tell us about the Seven of Swords, please, in their headspace? Thank you. They're not really jumping these cards at the moment, Gemini, for your energy. They're kind of just plopping out. So, yeah, there could be a bit of exhaustion here for your person. They could be feeling overworked and overstressed, for sure. I am getting anxiety. Even though we've not got the Nine of Swords energy, I am definitely feeling that anxiety that usually comes from the Nine of Swords. Your Seven of Swords is clarified with the Queen of Coins and Strength. Yeah. This, your person, they know in their head that basically if they don't do something, or if they don't say something about this connection, then the chances are quite high that nothing's going to change. So this could well be the case of, in the past, you might have been the chaser and they could have been the runner. And now this person has stopped running, right? I don't like the whole runner-chaser thing. Because it can suggest like desperation and the need for another person to control the situation. But I understand the sentiment behind that energy, right? I just can't think of better words to use right now other than runner and chaser, right? So your person's like that, yeah. I actually need to have the courage now and if I'm wanting my stability and security, if I'm wanting to get my life back as well, which is a really strange turn of phrase to use, because that's not something that I often come out with. But that's their energy for you, Gemini. It was scattered in the past, but now your person's like, yeah, I need to get my life back. I need to take back control. I can't keep running from things that I'm afraid of, because that is no way to live. So there certainly has been a lot of maturity to your person's energy. Okay. What are they feeling towards our Gemini collective, please? What is Gemini's person feeling? Thank you. The Ten of Swords and the Page of Wands. You see what I mean? So that's a painful ending, an inevitable ending. Somebody probably feeling betrayed, right next to a Page of Wands, which is hopeful. It's inspiration. It's very jovial and flirty energy, right? So in your person's heart space, Gemini, they are actually holding out hope that the connection with you isn't over, like over. That they're hoping that there's still a chance. So it's likely, Gemini, that your person is going to match you with your amazing sense of humor, with the Page of Wands energy, and use that as like an icebreaker. Okay. Top two, the Chariot and the Knight of Cups. That's what I'm telling you. Forward movement, willpower, momentum, and the Knight of Cups. An offer that comes from the heart, in their heart space. Now that's the exact kind of energy that we love to see in someone's feelings towards you. This person is coming towards you, Gemini, for certain. This person is no longer running. And here's the thing as well, Gemini, you might have taken that really, really personally when they did start running, because it's like, well, why are they running from me? What have I done? And that's the thing, Gemini, you didn't do anything. You didn't do anything wrong, not from what I can see. What they were running from was themselves. And that usually is the way that it goes in twin flame situations. One of the partners will run from themselves and the other one will likely, take offense at that because of that misunderstanding as to why that person's running. Can you tell us more about the Chariots and the Knight of Cups, please? This person has tried to move on from you, Gemini, but they're not able to. They're not able to. They're getting like reminders of you in other people. So it's like, say they're walking down the street and there's a person in front of them and they've got like the same gait, as in Gait, the same gait as you, and like their heart will skip and they'll be like, oh, is that Gemini? You know? And then they deliberately speed up to get past them so that they can look at the person's face, and then their heart sinks when they realise that it's not their Gemini. But they are certainly getting reminders of you. Can you tell us about the Chariots and the Knight? Thank you. Chariot and the Knight of Cups clarified with a Chariot. Same card. Really emphasizing that message that I just give you, Gemini. Your person has tried to move on. They're not able to. They're not. This Ten of Swords, they don't want that. They don't want it to be over. Not with a Page of Wands right next to it. And I'm feeling that part of the conversation that this person has with you, Gemini, is they're going to be taking the piss out of themselves to try and make you laugh. Because you've got this really heavy, dark energy right next to this jovial, fun-loving, freedom-loving energy, you know. They're the complete opposite of each other. What are they hiding, please? What is Gemini's person hiding? Thank you. Four of Wands. What are they hiding, please? A King of Swords. Okay. What are they hiding? Thank you. And the Three of Swords. They're hiding their pain. They're hiding their disappointment. You remember when I said that they tried to move on and it didn't work? You've got clarification of that here. I'm going to hold them up for you so that you can see, like, a Four of Wands with a King of Swords and the Three of Swords. They're hiding the fact that another situation has been not just a huge disappointment to them, but they feel that it was unnecessary for them to have gotten hurt in that way with someone else. I don't know how long it's been since you last spoke to this person, Gemini, and again, with it being a collective read, it's going to be different for all of you. For some of you, that person might well have married another person in the meanwhile and is just blown up in their face, basically. And they're just wanting to wash their hands of the whole situation. And truth be told, Gemini, in this hidden energy, that person went off with the other person as a rebound to try and get over you. Okay? So do with that whatever you will. I'm just here to read the cards and read the energy, right? I'm not here to judge, nothing like that. But yeah, that rebound system that they had in place, it backfired badly. What actions will they take towards Gemini, please? Thank you. The Five of Coins that's come out off balance. And I love that for this read, Gemini. I really do. It's off balance. So that lack of contact or communication, that whole feeling of somebody being rejected, pushed away, ignored, it's literally somebody coming out from the cold, somebody coming back round, Gemini. It's off balance. I'm feeling strongly that this person is going to be very honest and vulnerable with you. And they're going to say quite a few things to you that you would never expect for them to actually verbalize. Actions will they take? Thank you. The Four of Swords. It's resting. And then the Knight of Coins that's also come out off balance. And the overall energy. Judgment. Yeah. Listening to their higher self. Listening to that soul pill. It's getting all of these synchronicities and messages from the universe that they can no longer ignore. And a lot of yous have been there before. A lot of yous would recognize that particular judgment energy. It's very, very specific. It's like the universe literally bombarding you with all of this information that you literally cannot ignore it anymore. That's what your person's going through. and they're feeling this super strong pull, a pull that is stronger than them, back towards you. Because judgment can also be somebody coming back from the past, asking you for a second chance. For certain, King of Wands under there, taking action, having the drive, the passion and the ambition, and also the courage to take that action. Knight of Coins off balance, exactly. Upright, it wasn't moving for a while. It wasn't moving for so long that you thought it wasn't moving at all. And it's come out off balance in their actions towards you. So they're stubborn but reliable. They've got a lot of patience, or you do, and they're willing to put in the work. With that coming out off balance. Now we've got a Four of Swords here as well. I'm feeling that this is about some kind of sickness, Gemini, and I think your person has recently just recovered from ill health. Right now, obviously, I don't do health readings. I don't do anything like that. In this context, it's valid because of their rebound situation, their stress and anxiety from dealing with that. It made them sick. It made them ill. And for some of them, it made them physically ill. And we're seeing a recovery from that. And then they're making tracks towards you, Gemini. For certain. And look, you've got the Devil at the bottom of the deck. Two of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the Five of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. Yeah. Because they spent so long running from themselves, they did get themselves in a situation that was dodgy. Like really, really, really dodgy. The Two of Wands and the Ace of Swords. It's inevitable. It's just a matter of time until you hear from this person, Gemini. What else can you tell us, please, for Gemini in love? Thank you. I'll wait for a sign from you. That feels, Gemini, like your person is waiting for some kind of permission from you. So they're probably watching your social medias, or if you've got any friends, any mutual friends, they're probably waiting for some kind of sign that would indicate you permitting for them to come forward. Okay. I bury myself in work to forget you. So they're trying to keep themselves preoccupied, trying to keep themselves busy, so that they don't have to face all of the hurtful emotions, painful memories. And I can't stop thinking about you. Yep. You have a healing message, please, for Gemini or Gemini's person. Now again, be careful with the healing message, okay? Because some of you might feel that it resonates for you, and others will feel that it's a healing message specifically for your person. It's at the bottom of there, freedom. Freedom. They are freeing themselves from what was keeping them constrained with that devil energy. Right, number 13, friendship. Let's have a look. Love is blind, but friendship closes its eyes. Real friendship provides the space for two people to meet as equals with mutual respect, honesty, and care. Being in a relationship requires the adaptability to move between different roles. Once these roles are understood, a fluid way of relating can evolve. The most crucial of all the roles is friendship, but sadly, its importance can be easily overlooked. Friendship is the bottom line. It's the cornerstone of all good relationships. Without it, there is no resting place, no solid foundation on which to build, and no point at which to meet as equals. Consider whether you have established a relationship that excludes simple friendships, and question what role you're playing. Are you the lover, the parent, the child, the sibling? How would you be dealing differently with the situation if this were a close friendship rather than an intimate relationship? All relationships are deepened by risk, and it seems that you need to risk moving into a position of equality with your partner. You might fear that doing this will threaten some other aspect of the relationship, perhaps romance or the balance of power, or you could be concerned that by being friends you will lose the element of spice. But friendship threatens nothing except illusions. Drop whatever role it is that you're caught in, try being your partner's friend for a while, and see how equality can change the dynamic. And that is a really lovely card for you to get, Gemini, considering that we do have Venus in Aquarius right now. And I says to you right at the start of the read, while I was pulling your cards right at the start, that right now, with Venus being in Aquarius, this really is the time to develop more of a friendly approach within relationships to increase the intimacy. All right. So that's going to be the focus. And also as well, you can take this quite literal, Gemini. This person that's shown up in your read, they are going to approach you and they are going to try and be your friend first. But ultimately, they are going to want more from you later on down the line. Okay. Really, really lovely read, Gemini. So that is what I have for you. It's up to you what you do with this reading, okay? Please remember that tarot, it's not a scapegoat. It is not a crutch. It's just a guide. And you're the one that's in charge of your destiny. If you feel that you could benefit from a personal reading that is catered more towards your own specific needs, then you can place your booking at phoenixkeiatarot.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a lovely week. Okay, bye.